Officially known as the Lao People's Democratic Republic, the country is located in mainland Southeast Asia. Laos is a lower middle-income country with an annual GDP of around $16 billion. According to Asian Development Bank data from 2015 to 2023, 2% of Laos' population lives below the poverty line, the second highest poverty rate in Southeast Asia after Myanmar. Why is Laos poor? Watch this video until the end so you don't fail to understand. Like many of its Southeast Asian neighbors, European colonialism and a lack of freedom have left Laos destitute. Laos was a French colony until 1953 and has since struggled to establish a stable and independent government system. After its independence, Laos experienced a tumultuous period of regime change. After the power vacuum left by France, a civil war broke out between royalist forces and communist revolutionaries, which lasted until 1975. In that year, the communists succeeded in overthrowing the defense government and establishing a one-party communist state. Today, Laos is one of the last remaining communist governments in the world. The government is ruled by the Lao People's Revolutionary Party, which imposes strict controls on individual freedoms and the media. For years after the rebel victory in 1975, Laos was isolated from the outside world due to authoritarian communist rule. However, with the fall of the Soviet Union, Laos began to open up to the international community, perhaps out of economic necessity. Although Laos has taken small steps to engage in international relations and trade, the country has still not fully embraced the rest of the world. The Lao People's Revolutionary Party refuses to democratize the government or significantly liberalize the economy. As a result, overall development remains limited. Most of Laos' population still lives in rural areas where 80% of them rely on agriculture to survive. Laos' economy has experienced significant growth in recent decades, although it still faces several challenges. Economic growth peaked at around 4.7% in 2019, but fell to 0.4% in 2020 due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The government continues to strive to restore economic growth, but infrastructure challenges still exist, especially in border and rural areas. The Lao government is seeking to improve basic infrastructure to encourage more inclusive and sustainable economic growth. The Laos country still depends on aid and support from donor countries and international institutions. This assistance plays an important role in infrastructure development, economic sector development, and human capacity building in the country. Lack of access to resources is a serious problem, especially in rural areas, which face limited arable agricultural land, clean water, health services, education, and basic infrastructure. Laos' history of conflict and political instability, especially during the Vietnam War and the post-war period, has hampered the country's economic development. War and political instability cause infrastructure damage, displacement, and prolonged economic disruption. Regional burning is a serious problem in Laos, where areas around the capital tend to be more developed than border and rural areas. Lack of investment and development in these regions contributes to economic disparities and access to services and economic opportunities. The limited education system and low literacy rates in Laos affect people's ability to get better jobs and contribute to economic growth. The lack of skills relevant to the job market is also an obstacle in increasing the competitiveness and productivity of the workforce. According to existing studies, efforts are being made by the Lao government and international development partners to address this problem of poverty by developing more diverse economic sectors, increasing access to basic services, and strengthening infrastructure. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so that we can get to know the world with just the touch of a finger. Have fun carrying out your activities and stay healthy. Bye bye. Thank you.